Good afternoon and welcome to Barbara Stevens Court inside the Dana Center on the campus of Bentley University here in Waltham, Massachusetts for today's Northeast 10 conference game between the Bentley Falcons and the Owls of Southern Connecticut State University. Steven Zerdellian with you high above courtside. Great to have you with us on this chilly but dry Saturday here in suburban Boston as the Falcons try to get back in the winning column this afternoon. They've had a week off since a frustrating loss against St. Anselm last Saturday. Hawks made a shot with just under 5 seconds left to take the lead and ended up winning the game 75-73. So maybe the time off has helped get some spring back in the legs, and they're going to need it because they face a red-hot Southern Connecticut team that has won their last 5, including coming off a win over league-leading Adelphi the other day in convincing fashion. So for Bentley to get back on the winning side of things today, they're going to have to be at their best against Southern Connecticut State. Falcons come into this game 9-7 overall, as you saw, 6-4 in Northeast 10 conference play. Southern Connecticut 10-7 and 6-5 respectively. And these two programs are squeezed in the middle of the ND10. It is very compressed. It is starting to stretch out a little bit, but right now Bentley comes into play 6th in the conference, dead in the middle. Southern Connecticut State right behind them at 7, but they're both within a game of the top 4. Delphi leads the league at 9-2, Pace at 8-3, Assumption as well. Southern New Hampshire and St. Anselm at 7-4. So still a lot to play for as we enter the second half of the Northeast 10 conference schedule. We're taking a look at Southern Connecticut State starters. Antonio Chandler, number 2, Isaac Hester, number 3. Two top players here for Southern Connecticut State. Isaac Hester, sophomore in the starting 5. We're looking at Sharif Diarra, number 11, and Albert Vargas, number 20, as two of the key players. Along with Chandler and Hester, they all average in double figures. Vargas averaging almost 18 points a game, is extremely talented, best three-point shooter in the conference, and has really set the heartbeat for the Southern Connecticut team. Chandler, a transfer from Franklin Pierce, averages 14.5 a game as we take a look at Albert Vargas. And Sharif Diarra, who was a talented player at both ends, 11.5 points, 9.5 rebounds per game. Chandler averaging 11 boards per game. In fact, Chandler and Diarra are 2 and 3 in the ND10 in terms of rebounds per game. Scott Burrell there, the head coach for Southern Connecticut State, the former Chicago Bulls NBA champion and UConn legend in his 9th season at the helm of Southern Connecticut State, has his team playing their best basketball right now. Meanwhile, as we flip over to Bentley, take a look at Cooper Farrell being the first to introduce. Farrell, one of 3 double-figure scores for the Falcons, averaging over 16 points a game, 5th in the league in rebounding at over 8 per game. And look at Joe Carroll there, junior, averaging 7 points per game for Bentley. Bentley's top scorer, Cash McClure, averages 17.7 a game, 5th in the league. Here's a look at McClure. The two veterans on this team in terms of class-wise, both grad students. Aaron Latham, the point guard, averaging over 11 points a game, and Ivan Misic averaging 9.5 points per contest. Take a look at Misic there. And finally, number 11, Latham, who leads the country in minutes per game, almost 39 minutes per game. That's tops in all of NCAA basketball. Falcons, of course, coached by Jay Lawson in his 34th season. 636 and 322 is his record. Scott Burrell, meanwhile, is 2 wins shy of 150 for Southern Connecticut State. Two coaches that have crossed paths over the last decade here in the Northeast 10 Conference, know each other well. They saw each other earlier this season, too, in what was a tremendous game between Bentley and Southern Connecticut at Moore Fieldhouse. The Falcons won in overtime 90-89. Aaron Latham making a free throw with just seconds remaining in overtime. That proved to be the winning margin. Misic and Chandler to jump it up. Bentley and the home whites going left to right. Owls and the road blues right to left. And we're underway at the Dana Center in a series that is 31-14 in Bentley's favor overall. It's been a streaky series. At one point, Bentley won 20 in a row in the series. But Vargas would like to change that by hitting a jumper. And Vargas had a brilliant game against Bentley earlier this season. 32 points, was 12 of 23 from the field. As Cooper Farrell gets 3 for Bentley, and he's been playing his best basketball over the last couple of weeks. Mentioned that Vargas had a 32-point game last time these two teams saw each other. That's the most Bentley has conceded to any single player this season. And Vargas nearly dragged the pivot foot. Got rid of it, though. Here's Hester now for Diarra. Nearly had a triple-double the other day against Adelphi in an impressive victory. Hester Works against Carroll, pulls the trigger on a three, misses it. Get used to Southern Connecticut taking threes. They do it constantly. They're third in Division II in three-point attempts per game. Taken almost half their shots have come from three-point territory, but they shoot it at 38%, which is tops in the ND10, so that's not a bad thing. Sean James, left side for three, is off the iron. Rebound kept alive, and Misic with the rebound. Bentley, the best rebounding team in the ND10 in terms of rebound margin, plus almost 6 per game. Ball rotates to Misic right side for three. He's been hot lately, and he hits another. So the Falcons turning the tables on Southern Connecticut, making a couple of threes to open up an early 6-2 lead. Misic got 16 in the loss against St. Anselm. Farrell had 20 in that game. Latham had one of his best offensive games for Bentley in that one with 17. Here's Vargas in the corner. Pump fakes on Farrell. Nice feed to Diarra. In traffic, misses the shot. Chandler powers his way back up, hits the underside of the rim. Ball loose on the floor. Picked up by Hester. Vargas inside for Chandler. He misses the dunk, and Misic with the rebound. It's hard to believe Southern Connecticut is a minus in terms of rebound differential this season. Again, they have 2 of the top 3 in the league in terms of rebounds per games, in Chandler and Diarra. Chandler, in fact, averages, he's only played in 12 games, he averages almost 5 offensive rebounds a game. Carroll burrows in deep against James. He's too physical with him, and he draws the contact. First foul of the game called against Sean James. Take a look at Carroll working inside, one number 10 against the other. And Joe Carroll, the junior from Cedar Grove, New Jersey. A couple of free throws here. Hasn't taken many this season. It's just 9 of 11 at the free throw line. And this fires on the first. In fact, more than half of Carroll's baskets have come from three-point territory this year. 23 of his 41 hoops have come from long distance. Carroll connects on number 2, though. 7 in a row for Bentley, and they have themselves a 7-2 lead. And Vargas, certainly a contender for all league honors. Maybe if Southern Connecticut can gain ground and finish in the top 4, he'd be a candidate for Player of the Year. Hester for 3 in the corner is good, so the Owls get their first triple of the night. Or afternoon, I should say. It's not night yet. Let's not accelerate things. Farrell works against Diarra in the post, bumps him. Diarra gets a piece of the shot. Something he does pretty well. Second in the ND10 in blocks. That's his 28th. James, now Diarra inside. Quick kick out for Hester. Tries another 3. Rims out. And here comes Cash McClure. Suffered through a tough shooting day against St. Anselm. Just 2 of 14 from the field. Cooper Farrell for 3 in and out. It was one of the days where McClure just couldn't get a shot to go. Didn't force shots, didn't take bad shots. Just didn't seem to be coming out of his hand the way it has most of the season. James off the curl, back for Diarra, who decides to launch the 3. That hits the front iron. Even Sharif Diarra is taking 3s now. Of course, he's only 2 of 8 for the season. McClure rubs off the screen, pitches it in the corner for Farrell. Gets bumped by Diarra. Farrell initiating the offense here on the dribble drive. Diarra just a little bit too tight on him. Hands and chest. These two teams first played each other in the 1981-82 season. They've played, other than the COVID year, every season since the 84-85 year. Just well before Southern Connecticut joined the NE10. They were regular non-conference opponents back in the days when Southern Connecticut played in the old New England Collegiate Conference. There's McClure right side for 3 in and out. Carroll on the offensive glass. Draws the contact. It's Antonio Chandler, the guilty party. Carroll borrowing out some space in there, and Chandler reaching out. So that's 3 quick fouls on the Owls. And then the first appearance, Christian McLeese, 6'3" freshman from New Haven, checks in the game. McLeese had 15 the other day against Adelphi. Made 4 of 5 from three-point territory. But there's Ivan Misic in the post with a little jump hook. to double Bentley's lead. Vargas step back three over. McClure gets fouled and makes the shot. And Jay Lawson complaining about the call. It was after the shot, but Vargas makes the triple, and it looks like he's going to get a chance for the rare 4-point play. Let's see it here. Yep, he's still in the shooting motion. McClure closing out, but went straight at Vargas. That proved to be the mistake. Elijah Wood into the game for Southern Connecticut. Chase Clark enters for Bentley. So Vargas is an 84% foul shooter. Drops it in, and we're tied at 9. Latham lost the handle. Vargas goes to the deck. Looks like he got poked in the eye. Falcons tie him up. I think that's going to be a held ball, which will be a Bentley possession. Let's take a look at the scramble here. Well, they're going to give Vargas a timeout. Or maybe, who called the timeout? I'm not really sure who called the timeout. Well, it didn't seem to be Vargas who was grabbing his eye. Didn't seem to be Scott Burrell on the sideline, so I have no idea who actually called the timeout. But the officials granted it, and it'll be Owls' possession after the timeout. Officials, by the way, Joey Reyes, Daniel Darboselski, and Brian Gain. Bentley trying to get back on the winning track at home. They're just 3-5 here at the Dana Center this year. 6-2 away from home, which would technically think that, well, their 2-game road trip coming up should be successful, but they do face league leader Adelphi on Tuesday, and then they travel to New Haven next week, and even though New Haven is below 500, they have plenty of talent, so that'll be a tough trip for Bentley. And the Indy 10 is so competitive that pretty much every game you face is going to be a good one. Vargas stays in the game. Owls a chance to take the lead as the ball rotates to McLeese. Pull up in the paint is good. McLeese gets his first two, and the first 2 bench points of the game. His team's 3rd and 4th in the NE10 in scoring. Both eclipse 80 points per game. McClure gets past McLeese in the corner for Latham. Tees up the 3, just short. McLeese claims the rebound, now up court for Vargas. Vargas 4th in the league in scoring, 2nd in assists, 3rd in assist to turnover ratio, best 3-point shooter in the league. Does a lot. As does Sharif Diarra. Goes to the drop step and hits the jump hook for 2. Diarra had 15 points, 13 boards, 8 assists, and 4 blocks in the 82-69 win over Adelphi. Latham's 3 is off the mark, way too strong. Long rebound grabbed by McClure, but poked away by Vargas, who then lost the handle out of bounds. And bemoans his luck and decides it's the sneaker's fault as he reties. Carroll back in the game for Bentley in her first appearance for Luke Britton. The Falcons trying to get the offense back in gear. Latham fakes the 3, probes. Entry pass is knocked away, intended for Clark. Picked up by Wood. And now it's McLeese. Vargas pulls up for 3. Nope. Diarra with the rebound. Sends it out to a wide open McLeese, who also misses the 3. Tipped by Diarra 2 times and finally goes in. And Jay Lawson's seen enough. Falcons had 2 players there in the initial miss. Couldn't secure it, and eventually Southern Connecticut scores. And that prompts the timeout. 15-9, Southern Connecticut on top after a good Bentley stop. Let's take a look at this here. Frustrating for Bentley, you get a stop and you get both Britton and Clark there, neither one can secure it. And Diarra's got inside position on Clark and stuck with it and eventually tips it in. Diarra was a key part of the Southern Connecticut team that made a run to the NE10 championship game last year before they came up short at Southern New Hampshire. Of course, if you think back to the end of last year from the Bentley perspective, Owls came in here at the end of the regular season and beat Bentley, and then came in here in their first game of the playoffs, the quarterfinal round anyway, and beat Bentley again. So they've certainly had their success recently in this building, and right now they're feeling pretty comfortable on top by 6. Owls will travel to Pace on Tuesday, and then back-to-back home games against St. Michael's and Southern New Hampshire coming up after that. So out of the timeout, Bentley basketball. Clark in the post, bumps Diarra, jump hook, got it down. Nice move by Chase Clark. He got his first 2 of the day, averages over 8 points a game. Vargas flips it back to McClure. Now Wood thinks about the 3, doesn't take it. Diarra rolls. Carroll puts the arm bar right in there. Back out it goes. Wood tries the 3. Ball comes bouncing out between the rings, picked up by Diarra. Long 3 from McClure is off the mark. It's a volume 3-point shooting team, no doubt about that. Latham decides to take a 3 at the other end. Too strong. Clark the long rebound. Britton tries a 3, and Luke Britton hits the 3. And Luke Britton steps in, and nice contribution off the bench. He's a 37% 3-point shooter. Connects there to bring Bentley to within a point. A little 5-0 spurt here for the Falcons after the timeout. Hester stops in the lane, keeps the pivot foot in the lane a long time. Too long, according to Joey Reyes. And it's a 3-second violation. Dre Roman in the game for the first time for Bentley. And a couple of substitutions for the Owls. Chandler returns and Christian Joe makes his first appearance for Southern Connecticut. Britton just made a 3 from that spot, so McClure doesn't give him any space. Here's Roman. He's had a nice game against St. Anselm. Pass intended for Latham, tipped away. Shot clock at 8. Latham in the lane, stops, flips it up, short. And nice rebound by Chandler. Wood inside for Chandler. Britton gives up a couple inches there. And Chandler just powers his way through Britton and flips it home for his first 2 of the game. Reach-in foul on Wood, tried to swat it away from Britton, but he's called for the foul, his first and the 4th team foul. McClure and Misic return for Bentley. Let's take a look at the foul. Well, Falcons have made 3 threes so far. That extends their 3-point streak to 1,012 games. Here's Misic, tries to add another one to it, and he got it. Second 3 of the game for Ivan Misic. He's got a game-high 8. The Falcons have come back to tie the game at 17. James takes the handoff. Right side for Christian Joe, his first touch in the offensive end. Spinorama misses it, stays with it. Flips it back outside for Wood. Good catch there by Elijah Wood. And McClure loses the handle. Hard push by McClure straight up the middle. A crossover in the lane, and is fouled to try to turn and flip it back outside. 5th team foul on Southern Connecticut. McClure forcing the action, just making sure that he gets players reacting, and Christian Joe dropping in from the side, bumps him. Jay Lawson shuffles the pack a little bit. Latham takes a rare breather. McClure stays on the floor. McClure is 3rd in the NE10 in minutes per game, and 10th in the country. Misses the shot there. Rebounded by Wood. Wood 3, straight on. Came off the foot of his hand there, the heel, and came up well short. No loft under that one. Across the midpoint of the first half, game tied at 17. Misic tries the spin move, but he's fouled before that by Wood. Becomes the first Owl with 2 personal fouls, and that's 6 against them. See the quick spin move by Misic. He felt Wood bump him and spins, and he'll take a seat. Sharif Diarra returns for the Owls. Falcons looking to retake the lead. Roman. Farrell. In the lane, fires it back out to McClure. James defending, McClure in the lane for Britton. He got bumped. Can't believe there's no whistle there. Lots of contact from front and back in transition. Here's Chandler. Has his shot batted away by Cash McClure out of bounds. Let's take a look at that block again. Chandler thought he was free once he got away from Roman, who got a hand on it. That helped McClure recover, and then the acrobatic swat away from behind by McClure. James weaves in traffic. Falcons ran him off the three-point line, and he throws it away. So early on, it felt like the offense has had the upper hand, and now I think we've got the defense is having an upper hand. McClure, the hesitation dribble, pulls up, turnaround right to the key. Nope. And Chandler with the rebound. So McClure still kind of fighting it here, unable to get going offensively. It'd be nice to get him an easy one. But it's not easy to get an easy one. Diarra at the handoff for James. His runner won't go, and a put-back dunk with authority by Antonio Chandler. The Franklin Pierce transfer, native of Piscataway, New Jersey, with a loud finish there to put the Owls back ahead. He and Diarra are a handful on the glass, that's for sure. Farrell borrows in deep, and I think he took too long to get the shot off, and that's 3-second call. He's working against McClure. He had the chance to get the shot off, and I think Jay Lawson is making that point at the other end, saying, listen, you beat him once, you had position, just take the shot. Might be a little bit of overthinking there from Farrell. Just get in your spot, you're bigger, you have position, take the shot. Vargas back on the floor. Jumps in the lane. His floater is good. 8 for Vargas. Leading the Owls in scoring. It's been a real spark for this team this year. Southern Connecticut without 2 key players that have basically missed the whole season. Cassell Stewart, who was a definite starter as the Falcons turn it over. And Logan Bagshaw, who is trending to potentially be a starter, certainly get good rotation minutes. Both out for good this season with injury. Diarra let it go through his legs. Clark to the floor, picks up the loose ball, and I'm not sure what the call is. The call is going to be a jump ball, apparently, with the arrow favoring Bentley. And Jay Lawson takes the opportunity to grab the ball and talk to the officials. Take a look here. Vargas was actually out of bounds when he had a hand on the ball. So that really should be Bentley ball. Clark was inbounds. Vargas had a hand on it. His feet were out of bounds. And clearly he touched the out of bounds. In any case, Falcons score at the other end. Clark with a spin move. Delivery from Latham. And Bentley cuts the lead in half. 7:45 to go here in the first half. It's been a tight one. Teams have traded leads. Southern Connecticut had a 6-point lead, and that was the largest of the game. Christian Joe misses the jumper. Gets it back, and the offensive rebound by Diarra misses another one. Just 2 threes for the Owls so far. They've made 12 or more 8 times this season in a game, 7 of which have ended up in wins. Latham turns the corner, nice pass for Farrell. His shot blocked from behind by Diarra. Did a great job recovering. Out in front to Vargas, who gets McClure reaching. Nice pass across the lane for Chandler, who throws it down. And Vargas is just like trying to catch a slippery eel. He just can't get a hold of him. He's able to get free and make plays and see a step ahead. Misic travels. Falcons turn it over. Here comes Joe Carroll and Dre Roman back in the game. Well, before the loss to St. Anselm, Bentley was on a nice stretch. They'd won 8 of 10 games. They don't want to lose back-to-back games, which would be the case if they go down today. They suffered an early 4-game losing streak. Southern Connecticut turns it over after Bentley won their season opener against Georgian Court. That thrilling double overtime loss to Post. And then 3 straight losses after that. But they recovered to win 8 of 10, trying to prevent a backslide. Southern Connecticut was 3-4 after 7 games. Carroll misses the 3. And really, since their recent 5-game winning streak, they were below 500 at 5-7. Hester pulls up for 3, which is off the iron. McClure there for the rebound. Owls' winning streak includes wins over Post, non-league play, AIC, New Haven, Franklin Pierce, and Adelphi. And there's Cash McClure, who finally gets a shot to go. Must be a big relief there for McClure, who gets his first points of the game. It's a long ball to bring Bentley within 1 with 6 on the clock. Vargas flips it back out for Hester. A slide there by McClure to stay parallel. Now a screen allows Vargas to work. Shot is short. Thought he got bumped. Here come the Falcons the other way. McClure fakes the 3. Bentley a chance to take the lead. McClure gets Chandler in the air, but traveled. Jay Lawson hands up in the air saying, really? That's a travel? Not sure it was. Let's take another look. I guess there was a slight shuffle, but doesn't everybody do that? Jay Lawson right in Joey Reyes' ear about it. Vargas in the lane throws up the floater for 2. 10 for Albert Vargas. Bentley's chance to take the lead. Blows away in the wind, and now they're back down by 3, and another turnover forced by an impromptu double team. Nice job by Chandler to get there and keep it alive to Vargas, and now James in the front court. Right elbow into the lane, floater won't go. Offensive rebound by Diarra. Nice pass out. Ball rotates to Vargas, who fakes the 3 and backs it toward midcourt. Under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Great to have you with us here at the Dana Center. Steven Zerdelian with you for this one between the 2 birds of prey, Falcons and Owls. James misses the 3. Bentley back at the other end. Latham inside, gets fouled on the drive. Not sure if it's a shooting foul or not. Either way, he's going to the line for a 1-on-1 because that's team foul number 7 on Southern Connecticut. Sean James picks up his 2nd. Latham showing his explosiveness going baseline. I doubt that's going to be a 3. I doubt that's a shooting foul, so my guess is it'll be a 1-on-1. Not many free throws in this game. Bentley's taken 2. Owls just 1. Latham 81% at the line. Bentley as a team 73%. Latham short. So Bentley leaves points on the table. Vargas using a screen in the lane, tosses it up, and gets fouled. And got clipped somewhere, so just gather his wits before he hits the free throw line. Take a look here, it's on Cash McClure. Swiped him, swiped him in the face. Inadvertent, but it's a foul. That's Bentley's 2nd, both of which have been called against Cash McClure. And Vargas had an and 1 on the previous foul. We'll have a chance here for 2 shots. 42 of 50 at the free throw line after that earlier make, but hangs the first. So Farrell checks in for McClure. I'm not sure we'll see him again in the half with 2 fouls. And McLeish checks back in for the Owls. So the Connecticut 5-2 on their travels, and they're 1-2 in neutral site games. Vargas has 11 now. Southern Connecticut has won 3 straight true road games, not looking at neutral site games. Farrell inside, converged upon by multiple defenders. It's a held ball. Arrow favors the Owls. They've been quick to jump in and double. Nice job by Diarra after the entry pass from Clark. He can leave Clark alone, he feels. And with Farrell not seeing him on the top side, forced the turnover. Hester inside for Diarra. His pass picked off by Roman. It's a race to the other end with Christian Joe against Roman. Roman beats him there and flips it in. Nice read by Dre Roman. Scores at the other ends. Bentley now with 9 bench points. Cut the lead in half with 3.5 remaining. Largest lead in the game for either team has been 6. And that was Southern Connecticut at 15-9 earlier. Here's Vargas works against Clark. It's a tough assignment on a switch for Clark. McClure now for Hester. It hasn't been the 3-ball that much for the Owls, but there's one from Hester, his second of the game. Vargas has 1. And the tray makes it a 5-point Owl lead. Latham picks it up, back out for Carroll. Left side, Roman takes the 3. And he hits the 3. Dre Roman, a nice boost off the bench for Bentley. His 9th 3 of the season. Hasn't shot it all that well, about 23%, but that one looked good coming out of his hand. You could see the offensive confidence coming back in. And a nice performance against St. Anselm off the bench. He's carrying it into this game as well. McClure goes baseline, dumps it off for Diarra inside. Now Vargas catch and shoot 3, got it. Second 3 for Vargas. He's got 14. Remember, he torched Bentley for 32 when the two teams saw each other on December 7. And he continues to shoot it well. Carroll in the post. Sends it back out for Latham. And now Clark under 2 minutes to go in the first half. And Clark is called for a double dribble. He had good possession. That was deemed a dribble. So that would be a double dribble. You can make the case that that dribble was simply to control the ball. But officials weren't buying it. And Bentley showing some slippage here in the last couple of moments. They were within 2, but I don't want to let Southern Connecticut stretch this out too much. Chandler inside is fouled on the lob attempt as Vargas looks to deliver. Chandler already with 2 dunks in the first half. We'll get a couple of free throws here. We'll take a look at the spacing. Carroll came over, nobody else came to help Roman. Did a nice job to stop Chandler from finishing that one off. Carroll is called for his first foul. And Chandler with a couple of free throws, where he's a 58% foul shooter. And rolls the first one in. Owls are dead last in the NE10 in foul shooting at 66%. And Chandler makes a mockery of that by making both free throws. Largest lead of the game for Southern Connecticut, or either team for that matter, on top by 7. Falcons need to finish well here. Farrell lost it, now picks it up for Roman. Farrell, jump stop in the lane, lays it up and in for 2. And Farrell made Bentley's first basket of the day. It was a 3. He hasn't scored again until then. Timely basket, though, to make it a 5-point game. Let's see if Jay Lawson's team can get a stop here as we approach the minute mark. Vargas turns the corner. And Chandler posting against Carroll. Looks to back him down. Carroll holds his ground. And we get a foul on Carroll. And Chandler just forcing the issue. Carroll trying to hold his ground and maybe push back, but he's called for his second foul. Well, make up your own mind on that. Inbound goes to Chandler. The offensive players are almost always going to get the benefit of the doubt on that call. Vargas, fadeaway 15-footer at the elbow is good. That is just impossible to stop. And Vargas showing that shooting touch again. 16 for Vargas in the first half. It's been relentless. Farrell in deep. McClure takes a dive, and he's going to get the call on it, isn't he? I'm not sure what the difference is between that and the play at the other end, but let's take a look. Farrell works on McClure, who's still moving, and, well, the foul is going to be on Farrell. So that means Southern Connecticut has a chance for a final shot. Jay Lawson has one of the officials right in front of him, and he has not stopped chattering since he got close. I don't think he's thrilled with the way some of these situations are being called. Bentley does have a foul to give before the bonus. They've committed 5. Vargas near midcourt. Now Chandler gives the screen. Vargas keeps the dribble alive. Sweet crossover. Tosses it up on the run. Won't go. Kept alive. And we're going to get a loose ball foul. And it's going to be a shooting foul, apparently, as Chase Clark is going to be called for this foul. So let's see exactly what the officials saw. Well, it's going to be Diarra taking 2 shots, apparently. Well, the Owls have been tough on the glass, that's for sure. And Bentley has really paid the price for it. Diarra at the line for 2. Connects on the first. 61% foul shooter. Southern Connecticut is now 5 of 6 at the free throw line. And they're the ones who have surged at the end of this half. And he makes both free throws. 3 seconds left for Bentley to potentially get something off. Latham across half court, pulls up for 3 on the run, and an out. That brings us to the end of the first half. Southern Connecticut surging to their largest lead of the game with a burst in the last couple of minutes. 38-29 is the score. Albert Vargas leading the way for the Owls with 16 in that first half, and Bentley has work to do if they want to avoid back-to-back losses. Halftime here at the Dana Center. We'll break along with the teams and check in just before the start of the half with the first half numbers. 38-29 is your halftime score. The Owls lead Bentley. You're watching Bentley basketball from the Dana Center.
We did have temperature.
Sometimes it's hard to know where to start, and the cycle never stops. You're not alone. Visit maketheconnection.net to learn more.
Sup, Princess? What are you doing your book report on again? Memoirs of a Geisha? Is it?
I thought you were doing it on Moby Dick. Very funny, guys.
No, actually, it's pretty sad.
I just have a question. Does your dad know how gay you are?
Everyone knows how gay he is.
Question answered. Oh, you closed up shop.
The things you see happening online have real consequences. Will you stand up or stand by?
Welcome back inside the Dana Center, where Southern Connecticut State leads Bentley 38-29 at the half. If you want to encapsulate the half in 2 terms, number 1, Albert Vargas, 16 points for Southern Connecticut, 6 of 9 from the field and a couple of threes. Number 2, rebounding, a huge advantage for Southern Connecticut, 25-13. But look at the offensive rebounds. Southern Connecticut has more offensive rebounds, 13, than Bentley has defensive rebounds, which were 11. That tells you right there the problem that Bentley had, in particular the pairing of Antonio Chandler and Sharif Diarra. They combined for 14 points, 16 rebounds, 9 of which were offensive. You just can't survive that way. And Southern Connecticut State also taking advantage of 10 Bentley turnovers to score 12 points, where on the flip side, 7 Owl giveaways resulted in just 4 points for Bentley. So when you look at those things, you think, well, Southern Connecticut should be up by more than 9. Why is Bentley within 9? Well, Bentley shot 46% from the field, Southern Connecticut 38% or 37%. Then again, when you get that many extra chances, you're going to have an opportunity to score more often. Southern Connecticut took 14 more shots than Bentley, and as a result, made 3 more field goals. So that's where we are at the half. Vargas with 16 to lead the way for the Owls. I mentioned Chandler with 8, Sharif Diarra with 6 points as well for Isaac Hester for Southern Connecticut, who were just 4 of 16 from 3-point territory, but didn't really make that much difference for them. They still were the better team. Meanwhile, for Bentley, 8 points for Ivan Misic. Didn't miss a shot, made 2 threes and made it 2 to get his 8 points. But otherwise, it's been a struggle. Dre Roman and Cooper Farrell with 5 apiece. Cash McClure, 3 points on 1 of 5 shooting. 4 rebounds, though, to lead the team. He also has a couple of assists. So Bentley with work to do in the second half as we come to the start of the second half. Nobody in this game has more than 2 personal fouls. Cash McClure and Joe Carroll for Bentley. And for Southern Connecticut, Sean James and reserve Elijah Wood with 2 fouls. Aaron Latham to the basket, misses the off-balance shot, and loose ball is last touched by Antonio Chandler, so Bentley will get a second chance here. Falcons just 2 offensive rebounds in the first half, although this isn't an offensive rebound. I have to credit Farrell for keeping it alive. And Chandler got the last touch to it on the Farrell, who went 2 of 5 in the first half. Now Misic spins, gets in deep, tough angle, and he banks it in. Nice finish for Ivan Misic, who's got 10, bettering his seasonal average of 9.5. Get a little more help. Falcons really make this interesting. Southern Connecticut's largest lead was the halftime lead of 9, although they led for more than 13 minutes in this game. Here's Chandler in the post. Both teams with their original starting 5s on the floor, by the way. Chandler against Carroll with the soft jump hook for 2. He's got 10. Chandler coming off a 16-point, 12 rebound game against Adelphi. Misic in the post. Works against Chandler, who gets a piece of it into the hands of Isaac Hester. Vargas left side as the trailer, comes up short on the 3. Vargas was 6 of 9 in the first half. Barely remember him missing a shot. Latham on the nice drive baseline, and a finish off the glass. First 2 for Latham, who went 0 for 4 in the first half, 3 of which were threes, although he did have 3 assists. But it's nice to see him get going offensively. Hester in the lane. Fall away is good. Nice touch for Isaac Hester, who's got 8. Averages 11 a game. A sophomore from New Jersey. Misic left side, tries the 3, makes another one. Still hasn't missed a shot. Ivan Misic, 3rd 3 of the game for him. He's now 5 of 5 from the field with a team high 13. Hester at the other end tries to get it back. Nope, long rebound taken by McClure. Carroll, back out for Misic. McClure works on James, tries to squeeze it into a small window to Farrell on the baseline, but that wasn't happening. Stolen by Hester. James in the front court, now Diarra. Works on the smaller Latham in the lane, tries to dump it down inside for Chandler, but ball ricochets out to Vargas, who buries the 3. 3rd 3 for Vargas, 19 for him. And it's back to a 9-point Owl lead, matching their largest. Carroll works on James, triple team comes. Balls go outside to Latham for 3, but misses it. Owls had 3 guys there, nobody could control it. Diarra and James in particular. As we take a look here, pretty good look for Latham, but couldn't get it. Unfortunately, James got in the way of Diarra, who felt like that was his rebound all day long. Well, hopefully Bentley can cash in on it. Latham, corner 3 on the way, got it. And they do take advantage of the extra chance. Latham with his first 3 of the game. Bentley's now made 8 threes. And that's keeping them in touch. They're within 6. Vargas is the ultimate answer for Southern Connecticut. Picks up the dribble as Carroll gets there on the switch. Now he's got to defend him on the perimeter. That's not easy. Vargas inside. Oh, sweet pass for Chandler in the paint, who finishes inside. 12 for Chandler, but that was largely Vargas with another dynamite pass. Second in the league in assists. He is nifty, and the Falcons turn it over. Entry pass, Misic looking for Carroll, just flared out too far. And Chase Clark replaces Misic for Jay Lawson's team. Well, slowly but surely in the last 5 minutes of the first half, and now in the second half, it feels like Southern Connecticut controlling the tempo of the game. Although Bentley's hanging in there, there's no indication that they're going to put a run together anytime soon. Vargas has a lot to do with that now. Diarra. Carroll comes to double. Farrell there as well. Nice pass inside for Chandler, who lays it in. And Chandler another 2. That time the delivery from Diarra, who remember had 8 assists the other day against Adelphi. And when bigs can pass like that, it becomes a problem. It's hard to defend. 3 for Farrell. Too strong. Rebounded by James. Southern Connecticut looking to really put the wood here to Bentley. And 8 assists, by the way, was a career high for Diarra in that Adelphi game. Got a lot of things working right at the moment. Hester in the lane, turnarounds. Nope. Rebound tipped into the hands of Clark. First double-figure lead of the game for the Owls. Latham pitches it back outside. Now Clark in the post. Across the lane for McClure, does a nice job to save it on the baseline. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Farrell inside, looks to drop it in underneath, but Chandler quickly up in the air, reads it, knocks it away. Chandler fires it in the corner for Vargas. Carroll had hedged over to try to consider a double. And Vargas misses the 3. McClure, back out for Clark. And now Farrell, corner 3. Pretty good look for Cooper Farrell. That one's too strong though. Bentley looked like they initially were making some inroads early in the second half, but they haven't been able to sustain it. James has yet to score. Gets Carroll up in the air. Nice pass inside for Diarra, and he's fouled by Farrell. Well, every time Bentley has tried to throw a double team at Southern Connecticut, the Owls have been aware of teammates. They've moved to open spaces. Take a look there. Farrell just doing all he can to stop Diarra from scoring, but commits the foul, and Sharif Diarra's got 2 free throws. Foul was the first of the second half for either team. It took almost 6 minutes. And Diarra, native of Queens, New York, 61% free throw shooter, made 2 in the first half. And Southern Connecticut continues to look exactly the opposite of a team who's dead last in the league in free throw shooting. They're now 7 of 8. Triple change for Bentley. Luke Britton, Dre Roman into the game for the first time in the second half. Misic returns. Jay Lawson just trying to find a combination that will get things going in the right direction. Diarra now 4-4 at the foul line. And Christian McLeese checks in. Diarra takes a seat. He'll have a double-double by the time this is over. Of course, he had 10 rebounds in the first half, so that's already taken care of. 8 points now for Diarra as he steps to the bench. Clark in the post, out for Roman. Well, he has to be careful, or this is going to get away from them. Nice move by Dre Roman inside. He's played well today. 7 points for Roman off the bench. Aggressive move to the hoop and a nice finish for the sophomore. Latham goes for the steal, doesn't get it. James misses the 3 as a result. The loose ball picked up. Another second chance for Southern Connecticut. Back out it goes to Vargas. In the lane, flings it into the corner. James wide open 3, finally makes one. James' first bucket of the day, and the lead continues to rise. And we get a timeout call by Jay Lawson. Almost 7 minutes played in the second half. Southern Connecticut has wrested control from Bentley here. They lead it by 13. Back in a minute. You're watching Bentley basketball from the Dana Center.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. Got it. No?
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early.
You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Southern Connecticut in control. Bentley huddle trying to figure out a way to get themselves back into the game here. 54-41. Owls led by 9 at the half. And they've picked Bentley apart here in the second half to extend the lead. And it's pretty obvious why Southern Connecticut has won their last 5. Okay, everybody contributing. The ball is moving well. They're rebounding well. They're defending well. Interesting that you look at the standings and see Southern Connecticut sitting in 7th place, and they do not have the look of a 7th place team right now. Of course, if they continue to play like this, they won't be in 7th place for much longer. Bentley's made half of their shots in the second half, 5 of 10, but Southern Connecticut is 6 of 11. Bentley's now committed 13 turnovers, and it's still a plus 10 on the glass for the Owls. Bentley with possession out of the timeout. On Misic. A lot of work against Christian McLeese, misses the shot. Britton got a tip on it, but Owls control the rebound. Points off turnovers is 17-4 in Southern Connecticut's favor. Turnovers 13-7, so Bentley has really been hurt by the mistakes. And Southern Connecticut's efficiency in taking advantage of it. Here's Vargas, pull up mid-range, won't go. Misic with the rebound. Vargas is 7 of 13. Chandler, by the way, 6 of 10 from the field. Clark. Cross-court pass tipped by James out of bounds. Farrell and Latham back in the game for the Falcons. Bentley's only taken 3 free throws in this game, by the way. And we played almost 28 minutes. Elijah Wood and Christian McLeese in the game for Southern Connecticut. Chandler, Vargas, and Hester, the others on the floor. Latham with 15 on the shot clock. Swerves in the lane, and a whistle before the shot, which Chandler summarily rejected into the cameraman on the baseline. Hope he's okay. No injuries, thank you. Chandler picks up his second foul. There was a poke in the face there. Latham took a shot too, but it's just an inbound for Bentley. Farrell in the post. Bounce pass for McClure inside. He misses the shot. Defended well by Hester. Just get the feeling Bentley needs a run to make this interesting and give them some belief that they can actually come back here. 11:40 on the game clock is a lot of time. But if they don't make a move in the next, say, 3 or 4 minutes, then the clock becomes an issue, and they're still chasing a double-figure deficit, and that's going to hurt some more as Vargas just beats the shot clock by going to the hoop and scooping it in. 21 for Vargas. He's been a menace today for the Owls. Latham inside, bounce feed across for Misic. His shot drops and one. Latham creates, Misic finishes, and a chance for a three-point play. One grad student to another. And Latham just continues to try and work hard to get in those spaces. And Misic got a step on McLeese, and the finish for him. He's got a team-high 15. In fact, he's got more than twice as many points as any other Falcon right now. And he'll try to tack on the free throw. Von Misic, a Canadian native, 83% foul shooter, misses the free throw. He's 15 of 18 on the season. That was 15 of 19. Bentley 1 of 4 at the foul line. Diarra fighting Farrell for position in the post. Faces up, spins, nice hands by Latham to swipe it out of bounds. He's got to defend Vargas in the corner as well as try to drop down. We'll take a look at Latham here, has his head on a swivel. And just as Diarra got into his motion to go up, he was able to get a piece of it. 7 on the shot clock. Hester jumps up in the lane, batted away by Clark out of bounds with 5 left on the timer. Nice job on the switch by Clark. Thought maybe Hester would feed Diarra, but he got too deep to do that. Vargas loops it inbound for Diarra. Got to get the shot up, throws it toward the sideline at McCleese's feet and out of bounds. So good stop there for Bentley. They'll try to make it back-to-back scores and chip away at this 13-point deficit. Farrell, multiple defenders there. Wood holds his ground across the lane for Misic, who flips it up and in. Ivan Misic continues to shine. 17 for him. And Bentley's within 11. Now, Misic has been a shining light for Bentley in this game. He's within 7 of his career high, 6 of his career high, which is against Missouri St. Louis at the start of last season. Vargas flips it over to Diarra. Pushes it up and in off the glass. And Diarra with 10 now and a timeout called by Scott Burrell. Just past the midpoint of the second half. Visitors on top by 13. We'll be back in a moment. You're watching Bentley basketball from the Dana Center.
If you don't fix them, sparks from dragging tow chains could cause a wildfire, and that could be scary.
Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
13-point Southern Connecticut lead here at the Dana Center. Our last motion here was Sharif Diarra scoring just before the timeout. Some contact too, could have been a whistle, but Diarra played through it. He's got his double-double, 10 points and 11 rebounds. And Southern Connecticut keeping Bentley at bay here. 3 from Latham is too strong. McClure kept it alive, but the ball doesn't stay in play. And it's out of bounds to the Owls. For a Bentley team that averages 6 more rebounds per game than their opponents, this is a chastening afternoon. They're minus 13 on the glass right now. Southern Connecticut with 15 offensive rebounds. Bentley has 16 defensive rebounds. Bentley also with 13 turnovers. And McClure almost had the steal there, just couldn't stay in bounds. Let's see here. Actually going to call this a change of possession and give a reset on the shot clock to Southern Connecticut. That's the kind of thing Bentley has to get in their favor if they're going to make a comeback here in this game. Misic, by the way, 7 of 8 from the floor. And he's made all 3 of his threes. He's had a stellar game for the Falcons. Christian Joe. Now it's Chandler with 2 on the shot clock, misses a drive. The tip by Diarra is good. Yet another offensive rebound. The Falcons have just been torched by the pairing of Chandler and Diarra on the offensive glass, and they haven't come to grips with Vargas either, although Vargas is on the bench. Here's Latham with a pull-up for 2 at the free throw line. So Bentley gets the 2 back quickly, but they're going to have to string together some stops here. Falcons average over 80 points per game, but they're going to have to be really superb to get to that point in this game with 8:40 to go, only have 47 on the board. Joe manages to collect a tip pass, shoots a gap, and now back out for Wood. Chandler tries a 3 straight away, nope. And rebounded by Latham. first three that Chandler's tried all season. McClure in the lane, drops it inside for Farrell, goes to the reverse layup, but can't finish it. And Farrell just 2 of 9 from the floor right now, made his first shot, so he hasn't found his rhythm at all since then. There's Isaac Hester. The clock ticks down to 8 minutes to go. I said about 3 or 4 minutes ago, Bentley needed to actually look like they were making a run or a chance to make a run. Diarra on the offensive glass again is fouled, but there's been no indication that they're going to do that. And you take a look here, Diarra immediately beeline right to the glass, and he gets fouled by Chase Clark. Second on him, second on the Falcons. And again, Southern Connecticut will put it into play on the baseline. Give Southern Connecticut credit defensively too. They kept Bentley to 47 to this point. They've defended well. Elijah Wood line drive 3 won't go. And Clark grabs it in front of Diarra. Clark past Diarra and banks it in on the other side. Nice move by Chase Clark. Diarra thought there might be some help on the other side, but there was none. And Falcons are still within it in striking distance, down 11. Got a stop last time. They'll try to get another here. Diarra doing a lot of dribbling. Flips it back out to Sean James. Everybody leaves him alone. He takes a 3, which is too strong. He's struggled today. Clark with a nice rebound on the baseline. Falcons can make this a single-figure game with a score. McClure in transition. Reverse layup for 2. Second basket for Cash McClure, and the Falcons have chipped away, down by 13 at one point. They're now within 9. I think Scott Burrell wants another timeout, but he was knocked out of bounds by Latham. Thought they might have lost it. And I thought Burrell was going to call a timeout, but now he will. And he does call a timeout with his team's lead cut to 9. So we'll step away with the 2. Step away as well, as this is a full timeout. 6:53 left. Bentley within 9. Back in a moment. You're watching Bentley basketball from the Dana Center.
Got a quarter?
Bentley within 9 here with 6:53 to go. Taking a look at the Northeast 10 conference standings, Adelphi leading the pack at 9-2. Pace and Assumption right behind them at 8-3 each. Adelphi and Assumption playing each other today in a big game at the top of the standings. Idle Southern New Hampshire 7-4. St. Anselm also 7-4. The Hawks are hosting AIC. Pace, meanwhile, is at St. Michael's. Bentley comes into this game 6th. Southern Connecticut 7. New Haven 8th at 5-6. The Chargers hosting Franklin Pierce, who are 1-10 and tied for 10th with St. Michael's. The top 5 in the NE10 standings get buys into the quarterfinals. The bottom 6 play in first-round games. And then the quarterfinals, 4 and 5 play each other, and the 3 winners of the opening round games take on the top 3. As we've hit the second half of the NE10 schedule, ball bounces around off of Carroll out of bounds. 9 on the shot clock. They're trying to force a turnover. Foul, the quick closeout on the cleats. And last touch Clark, I think. Chandler lost the handle to it. Farrell picks it up. Doesn't have a lot of help. It gets pushed from behind by Chandler in the open floor. Third foul on Chandler. The Falcons trying to wiggle their way back into this one. See Chandler there with the push in the back. Third team foul. So 5 on the floor for Bentley. Farrell, Latham, Carroll, Clark, and McClure. Vargas back on the floor for Southern Connecticut. They have their starting 5 out there, in fact. Latham pump fakes. McClure for 3. Got it! Second 3 for McClure. And the Falcons on a 13-6 run here. And they've pulled within 6. So just when it looked like they might be running a little bit out of time, they've perked up. Falcons are shooting almost 50%, by the way. Actually, they are at 50% right now. They've taken 15 shots less, and Diarra misses in tight. Ball loose, another offensive rebound for Chandler. His 5th. Owls have 18 offensive rebounds. James fouled despite the block by Cooper Farrell. So another second chance opportunity. That might be on Clark, actually. James went down hard, holding his left ankle, so foul is on Clark. Concern for Sean James on the floor right now. He went down hard on that left ankle, and he's feeling it right now. And so the teams head back to the benches to wait and see how James is. James not having a big day today, just 1 of 8 from the field. But he is a solid scorer, averaging 9.5 points a game. Senior from West Hartford, Connecticut. Hope he's okay. Whether he's going to be able to continue in the game, we'll see. He's getting helped up right now by the Southern Connecticut training staff and gingerly making his way back there. And Vargas immediately with another assist, jumping out there to help his teammate get back to the bench. Hopefully James will be okay. And it will be Southern Connecticut basketball as you take a look at James heading back to the bench. Sneaker's probably going to come off here, maybe get some ice on it, so hope he'll be okay. So it looks like free throws are going to be ensuing here for Southern Connecticut. It was James who got fouled, but it'll be Elijah Wood who's going to take the free throws as he steps up to the free throw line. Owls 8 of 9 at the stripe. Let's take another look here. Aha. So let's see what happens here. Did he turn it or did he get stepped on? Yeah, Farrell stepped on the outside of his left foot. That's it. Great spot, guys. That's painful. It goes in the other direction, so that's not ideal. So it's actually going to be Chandler taking the free throws, and he makes the first one. Antonio Chandler, 14 points, 8 rebounds. And he is now 4-4 at the free throw line. Diarra, by the way, with 14 rebounds for the Owls. So that blunts Bentley's momentum momentarily. Farrell on the cut. Misses the shot inside. Ball tipped into the hands of Diarra. So as quickly as the Falcons looked like they were gathering some momentum, a foul after an offensive rebound and a miss at the other end. Puts a pin in it. Well, Vargas defended by McClure. Diarra comes up the lane to give him an outlet. Vargas dribbles it off his shoe out of bounds. The rear turnover by Vargas, although that's 4 for him in this game. Latham got a hand on it. Vargas couldn't hold it. Vargas among the best in the NE10 in terms of assist to turnover ratio. If that was a turnover ascribed to him. 3 assists and 4 turnovers in this game. McClure left corner, clean look for 3. Yes, sir. Back-to-back threes for Cash McClure. He's got 11, and Bentley is within 5. 16-8 stretch here for the Falcons. It's a 2-possession game. Vargas short on the pull-up. Farrell the rebound in traffic. And Bentley springing to life when they needed it. And they made a game of this one. They generally play a lot of close games. They've had 9 games decided by 8 points or fewer. Carroll for 3, halfway down, and it popped out. The bench ready to explode, but no luck there. Carroll hasn't made a field goal today. This is only his second try, though. Vargas tries to get Farrell on skates, lost the handle. Diarra in the post. Carroll has done a lot of that defending. Shot clock at 5. Vargas sees it, step back, long 3 at the top. Nope. That rebounded by McClure. That time it was Misic who did the job to neutralize Chandler. McClure hesitates in the lane, gets fouled by Diarra on the perimeter, his second, 4th on the Owls. And Bentley can make this a 1-possession game with a score. Borderline hook there by McClure, and Diarra's indicating that exact same thing to the officials, but that call is in Bentley's favor. There's Latham. And now another foul on Diarra as he pushes Farrell off the post. A little too aggressive off the ball. And that's 5 now on the team. So Bentley will put it in bounds again. 3:43 remaining. Falcons trying to rally from what was a 15-point deficit. And another whistle. This time it'll be a shooting foul as Aaron Latham initiates the action. Take a look again here. Vargas the guilty party, his first. And Aaron Latham will head to the line here for 2. 39 of 49 this season at the free throw line for the grad student from Stonington, Connecticut. Leading all of Division II and all the NCAA in minutes per game. First one is good. And Chase Clark jumps off the bench, replacing Joe Carroll. And 2 in a row for Latham. He's got 9 all in this half. And it's a 1-possession game. Here's Vargas, right side for Christian McCleese. Sean James still getting treatment there on the bench, and a big 3 by Isaac Hester. His 3rd of the game. He's got 11. The Falcons have to respond with something here. McClure gets past Chandler in the lane. Looks for an outlet, flips it over to Misic. Rolls into the paint, tosses it up with the left for 2. 19 for Misic, 65-61, so not a 1-possession game, but Bentley answers with a score after the Hester 3. Falcons have committed just 3 team fouls, by the way. Screen and roll, Diarra inside, feeds Chandler in deep, goes to the reverse, misses it. Diarra keeps it alive, but it's picked up by McClure. Looks up court, in the lane, pulls up, flips it back out to Latham. Well, Falcons will look for something in the half court. Clark, defended by the smaller Vargas, tries to back him down. A couple of dribbles, no help there. Clark goes to the rack, score it and 1 as Vargas got no help. And Chase Clark a chance for a 3-point play. And Bentley has fought back to within 2. Well, Falcons impressively digging in and making this more than interesting. Scott Burrell decides, we really have to talk about this again, so he calls a timeout. 2:18 remaining, Falcons on the comeback trail within 2. Back in a moment, you're watching Bentley basketball from the Dana Center.
Eva Marie smoked 12,000 packs of cigarettes over 15 years. She quit, and now there's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking, now start screening. No matter how much you smoked, early detection could save you. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Adventure can be found anywhere, but the best place to start is in the forest.
I spy something beginning with S.
Snow?
No.
Snow-covered trees?
Nothing to do with snow.
Head outside to discover incredible animals and beautiful plants that come together to create an unforgettable adventure.
Wow.
So grab your loved ones.
Don't even.
And explore a world of possibilities.
Come on, this way.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find the closest forest or park to you.
Well, Scott Burrell didn't anticipate needing a timeout like this when his team led by 15 with 11.5 minutes to go, but Bentley has crafted a rally, and they're within 2 with 2:18 remaining. And Chase Clark about to step to the free throw line for his and 1 free throw. So Falcons getting contributions from a variety of players, especially in the second half. We're seeing Cash McClure and Aaron Latham, who have 20 points between them, 17 in the second half, and Yvonne Misic with the game-high 19 for Bentley has been excellent. And so Bentley has managed to hold their ground defensively, get some stops, get some defensive rebounds, and they've been efficient offensively in the last few minutes. So Clark, a chance for the and 1 here. 62% free throw shooter. The junior from Bloomfield, New Jersey, connects on the free throw. And just like that, 65-64. Cross half court comes Christian McLeese. Now it's Vargas. That's who Southern Connecticut wants to have the basketball. Now it's Hester, who made a big three a few moments ago. Diarra posting, Misic defending. Latham holding his ground with Vargas in the corner. Out to Vargas for three. In and out, and Clark with the rebound. And Bentley a chance to take their first lead since midway through the first half. McClure weaves in the lane, pulls up, turnaround on the way, got it! McClure has also come flying to life here, and the Falcons have come all the way back to take the lead. This would be such a nice win for Bentley to get. Southern Connecticut has to find a way now to score. Vargas in the paint, off the glass, no, and Clark with the rebound. And at a critical time in this game, Bentley has tightened it up on the defensive glass. Clark, McClure, Farrell, Misic have all stepped up. Bentley takes it into the final minute of regulation here at the Dana Center with the lead and with the basketball. Southern Connecticut is over the foul limit. Here's McClure. Keeps the dribble alive, goes crossover. Vargas goes to the ground and takes it away and calls a timeout. Nice job by Vargas, leaping in there at the right time, knocking it away. Maybe a little too much dribbling from McClure in the end, but Vargas, whose hands are as quick as they come, gets the turnover. Let's see it again here. Lost it on the crossover, and Vargas quickly to the floor in between McClure's legs. And so with 46 seconds left, Owls with possession. Again, we'll set the scene. Bentley's committed just 3 team fouls, but they're ahead now, so that's not as big a deal. If they get behind, they'll have to deal with that at that point. But now for Southern Connecticut, you have to think, okay, where's your bread and butter? And obviously, it's Vargas with the basketball in his hands. Chandler and Diarra have been excellent, especially on the offensive glass. They've worked well together. Hester has quietly had a solid game with 11, including 3 threes, and he'd be an option on a kickout maybe. But for Bentley, it's defend as well as you can, see if you can get a stop and a defensive rebound, and then work from there. Of course, if the Owls score, Bentley has opportunities at the other end themselves. Falcons trying to avoid back-to-back losses and get back in the winning column. Southern Connecticut looking to make it 6 straight wins today. But this is a great example of the Northeast 10 for you. You just don't know what's going to happen from day to day. Last time out, Southern Connecticut played extremely well in beating league-leading Adelphi, which is where Bentley is going to be on Tuesday. Head down to Garden City as we take a look at the unfortunate Sean James. He got stepped on by Cooper Farrell, encouraging his teammates despite that bag of ice on his left ankle. We hope a quick recovery there for Sean James. Always liked his game. He plays the game with a smile on his face. He's a talented player, and hope for the best. Southern Connecticut will put it in play in the backcourt. It's McLeese for Vargas, and here we go. Latham defending it. Another close game for the Falcons. Another close game here at the Dana Center. Vargas in the lane, steps through, tosses it up. No, offensive rebound by Chandler won't go, and McClure secures the rebound. Flips it up to Latham, and now it's basically a case where the Owls have to foul. They realize it quickly, and Vargas gets there. And Vargas had a fairly decent look, and Chandler had a pretty good look on the putback. But Bentley dodges that bullet, and we get a 1-on-1 here for Cash McClure with 25.9 to go. It was that putback. Nice job by Clark and Farrell to contest. Vargas was just a little bit off balance on the shot, although he's capable of making that shot. And it's actually Latham who got fouled, so he'll head to the line here for the 1-on-1. That's the first one. Be a one-possession game for Southern Connecticut no matter what. Latham perfect on both. double figures with 11, and Jay Lawson decides to call a timeout here. So we'll keep it here with the team 68-65. Bentley on top. Bentley's largest lead in this game was 5 all the way back 2.5 minutes into the game. They trailed by 9 at the half. They trailed by as many as 15 in this game, but an impressive rally for Bentley. And if they can finish it out here, it would be a really soul-enriching victory. They've lost some tough games, especially here in the Dana Center. Take a look at some of the close games. Of course, the St. Anselm game last week when they lost a late 3 from the Hawks. New Haven beat them by 7 before that. The game that they squandered in a non-league conference, non-league game against Caldwell by 3 right before Christmas. And they did blow out AIC, but lost by 5 to a good Adelphi team, a loss to Post as well in double overtime. So this hasn't exactly been their favorite building, but this could be a really good win for Bentley, and it would certainly catapult them into this 2-game road trip they have this week with more confidence. Misic's had an excellent game with 19 points. Mentioned McClure and Latham 13 and 11 respectively, especially in the second half. They've really stepped up and taken that responsibility on them. Chase Clark with 9 off the bench, plus really good work in the paint. Got 7 rebounds unofficially. McClure is closing in on a double-double as well. He's got 8 rebounds. Let's not forget Dre Roman with 7 points off the bench as well. So the Owls will bring it in under their basket, down by 3. We'll see if they decide to go for a quick 2. Hester and Vargas have 3 threes each. It's 6 of the 7 for Southern Connecticut today. James has the other, but he's on the bench right now. Vargas turns the corner, and Latham gives the foul from behind. That's just 4 committed by Bentley. Ran the wrist there with Vargas going up with the shot, but it's Latham's first. And clock to 19. And McClure gives the foul on Vargas. That's 3 on McClure. And the 5th on Bentley. Think back to that Post game. Post made a 3 at the end of regulation to tie the game and send it to the first overtime. Hester, open 3 right side, got it with 12 seconds to go. And that's exactly what they wanted to avoid, but Hester sticks to 3. No timeout for Bentley as they bring it over half court. Latham has to get it going. Latham in the lane against Vargas, pulls up, turnaround to win it. Got it! Aaron Latham, game winner for Bentley at the buzzer. Well, that caps off an outstanding second half for Aaron Latham. All 13 of his points there, clearly gets it off in time. No chance for Southern Connecticut to call a timeout as that nestled into the basket. See the relief and the joy on everybody's face there as the Falcons celebrate a buzzer-beating victory. They were the victim of similar just a week ago against St. Anselm, but sometimes the worm turns in your favor, and Bentley with a fantastic comeback down 15 with 11.5 to go, ending Southern Connecticut's winning streak at 5 and getting back in the winning column. Falcons improved to 10-7 overall, 7-4 in any 10 play. Owls dropped to 10-8 overall and 6-6 in the league. Falcons led by 19 by Misic, 13 each by Latham and McClure. For Southern Connecticut, 3 in doubles led by Albert Vargas is 21. But the final say went to Bentley. Aaron Latham with the game winner at the buzzer. Appreciate you spending part of your time here on Bentley Falcon basketball. Our next broadcast a week from Wednesday as the Falcons take on Pace. Tip time approximately 7:30, and if you can't be here physically, we'll have the game here for you on the air. For the rest of the crew, I'm Steven Jordelian. Thanks so much for watching Bentley basketball from the Dana Center. The Falcons with an impressive comeback win over Southern Connecticut. Aaron Latham, the game winner at the buzzer, 70-68, your final score. Thanks for being with us, everybody. So long, and have a great evening.